Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat is up and running. How we doing today? I think it's Thursday. I think. I'm really not that sure. It's a guess. Sometimes I'm right when I guess. I'm just saying. So, what are you guys up to? Me, not much. We're having a heat wave. It's 17 degrees outside. Still a foot of snow on the ground and nothing's melting. I haven't been outside since Tuesday. I'm not planning to go out till it gets warmer. Personal preference. So, what's going on, people? Afternoon Chat is your show. The guest stars are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's no script. There's no agenda. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's a free show. No midstream ads, no sponsors. I'm not trying to sell you anything, and I'm not coming out with a line of merch. I know. Totally bizarre in this day and age. I have somebody on TV that's willing to talk to you that doesn't want to sell you anything. Very bizarre. I think that's why I'm here. So what's on your mind? I just did a cursory glance at the news this morning. I did not get myself all fired up. Okay. Well, I did come up with an idea. I thought it would be real interesting. I was thinking, what if the next president deports all the ICE agents? Get rid of all the bigots in one fell swoop. I think he could, if they can take illegal aliens and ship them off without letting them stand in front of a judge. Why can't our next president take all these ICE agents and deport them all? Just remove all the bigots in one fell swoop. It works for me. I won't be president, but somebody will. I think it's funny. Put them all on a plane, ship them out. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're all bigots. They're all prejudiced. None of them care for the Civil Rights Act. They're infringing on everyone's civil rights every day. Ship them out of here. I think it would be fitting, a fitting punishment for what they're doing to this nation. Take all of Border Patrol, take all of ICE, and ship them out. Get rid of them. What good are they? They don't believe in the Civil Rights Act. They don't believe in the Constitution. Why do we need them? They want to attack people with brown skin. Ship them out to a country full of people with brown skin. Why not? If civil rights don't matter, if due process does not matter, ship them all out. Get rid of them all. They're dead weight. Civil Rights Act was passed in what, 64, 65? It's 26. I'm just saying, if they're not with the program, bye. I will be happy to suggest to our next president, take all of Border Patrol, all of ICE agents, and ship them the fuck out of here. Next. One shitload of bigots to go, please. That's the way I see it. Problem solved, right? That's what all this is about, is their bigotry, their prejudice. They're not arresting murderers and rapists. They're not arresting anyone. They're kidnapping people. They're shipping them out of this country without due process. They're violating the laws of the land. So why do we need them? Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. I don't see what value they're bringing to the country. Oh, I know. They've been lied to for years. They think that all these immigrants are stealing the good jobs. That's what they think. They've been convinced that over the years. No, I'm sorry. Cook or dishwasher, those aren't the good jobs. Those jobs aren't paying you $100,000 a year, honey. No. Those are the jobs that no one else wanted. They are a vibrant part of our community. Well, let's be realistic about it. You want to talk about immigration, we can. We need immigration. We need legal immigration. The immigrant population is 26% less likely to commit a violent crime. 26% less likely than an American citizen. That's the stats. I'm not making them up. Well, they're here illegally. They don't want to draw any attention to themselves, so it makes sense. I don't understand why people can't get past their bigotry. I don't understand why people can't grow up and get past their prejudice. Personal belief. If those ICE agents don't want those people here, maybe the people here shouldn't want the ICE agents here. Just a suggestion. Send them all to CCOT. I think it'd be fitting punishment. You don't believe in the Constitution of the United States? You don't believe in civil rights? You don't believe in due process? Why do we need you? Explain it to me, Lucy. Okay. I don't think you're adding to our society. I think you're a detraction. The Epstein regime, President Epstein, this guy's not all there. I call him President Epstein because that's what he's doing. He's protecting the pedophiles just like Epstein used to. Maybe you think you're going to get invited to the Epstein ballroom when it's completed. I don't think they're going to invite me. Personal opinion. I don't think any of us are going to get there. I think all those pedophiles are going to get invited there. They'll be having champagne and caviar paid for by the U.S. taxpayer. I'd rather have the East Wing of the White House and the pedophiles in jail. Personal opinion. What's your opinion? Feel free to jump in the chat. These ICE agents are breaking the law. They think they're immune. They think they're not going to be prosecuted. They think it's okay to murder people on the street. I think they need to go. Get them out of here. I only hope our next president puts them all on a plane and ships them the hell out of the country for good. At the very least, you got to put them on a terrorist watch list. Ultra Kenny. All right. Long time no see, girl. Welcome back to Afternoon Chat. Are you staying out of trouble? I'm not. Well, compared to my youth, I am staying out of trouble, but I'm trying to cause trouble here. What's going on with you today? I finished Dairy Girls. I watched the whole 3 seasons. Well, it was still Ultra Kenny. A lot of people have multiple accounts. Can I get you to like and subscribe under all of your accounts? I'm kidding. Smiling Friends? Never heard of it. What's it about? Is it worth looking up? If it's worth looking up, I mean, you've given me a good recommendation. I thoroughly enjoyed Dairy Girls. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Sister Michael is my favorite character. I swear to God. Oh, I don't like anything gory. Gives me bad dreams. I stopped watching horror because of that. When the special effects and the CGI started getting good, it started getting gross to watch. It's just season 1, episode 4. Your son Pim, that must be a character. All right, I will look it up. I'll look it up and I'll see if I like it. I'll watch one episode, maybe 2. I'll give it a shot because you recommended it. But if it gets too gory, I'm gonna drop it like a hot rock. And I'm just being honest with you, dear. I'm figuring I want to wait until Dairy Girls gets a whole new season. And then I'll go and I'll binge watch it a season at a time. On Tuesday mornings when I go to breakfast with my family, the waitress, her name is Michael. And I told her I fell in love with this character, Sister Michael. But she hasn't watched the show yet. I'm not sure she has Netflix. But I liked all those characters on Dairy Girls. And I did not expect all the turns that show took. I thought it was very well written. And I liked your character, Orla. Orla was pretty cool to me. Obscure and eclectic. Victorious. All right. I'm going to look for this Jade. I'm going to look it up on your recommendation. I hope that it's funny. Sarcasm can be hilarious when it's delivered right. And I like cynical or skeptical characters as well. They have some depth. But I don't watch a whole lot of animated stuff unless I'm really stoned. Marijuana stoned. Don't get me wrong. And that's legal here. I'm not recommending anyone do anything illegal. I smoke cigarettes and pot, and I live in Michigan. And in Michigan, pot is legal recreational wise. And I've actually been smoking less pot. That's okay. I didn't think you were a lesbian. I didn't. Well, it's kind of like fishing. If this is a guy you're interested in, I think you got to tease him a little bit. Challenge him to see if he can turn you gay. It's just like fishing. You got to set the hook, play with him a while before you pull him into the boat. You can trust me. I'm divorced 3 times. My personal opinion on marriage is it's okay if you got to get married 10 times as long as, you got legally divorced on the previous 9. I think everyone has a right to look for their soulmate. Was he disappointed when you told him you weren't gay? Maybe he's looking for a bisexual girl. Oh, well, there you go. So tell us about him. How old is he? What's he do for a living? I'd say if he's dating you, I'd guess he's 21 and got an office job. That's my shot in the dark guess. Am I allowed to guess? This is a game I used to play when I was in Vegas. As people would walk by my blackjack table, I would try to guess what part of the world they were from, what they did for a living. Then I'd call them over the table, try to get them to play so I could find out how close I was. I found it entertaining. Well, in the casino business, you see 20,000 people walk by every day. People watching can be very entertaining. Well, that's probably a souvenir. He took the keychain and kept it so that he knows he gets to see you again. A lot of guys like to take souvenirs from girls that they're interested in. That's been my experience, anyways. How many times have you guys gone out? Is he looking to settle down and have kids, or don't you know yet? Because as I recall, you're looking for a family. You want kids. I had two sons, 23 years apart. They're aged 51 and 28 now. I don't know about raising girls, but I know about raising boys. And it's okay if he's got your keychain as long as your house key ain't on it. And I'm hibernating from the snow. How much snow do you got over your neck of the woods? I had real cold temperatures last weekend. They were in the negatives. They're starting to climb out now, but it's only 17 out there today. If you want to be able to chat, you need to go to youtube.com and download the Discord app. You get that Discord app, and then you can chat as much as you want. It's all free. I'm wondering if I should do some more shorts to try to grow the channel. I mean, it's growing. I got 2 more subs yesterday, but I have no idea. I have no idea at all what I should do now. If you guys want to make a suggestion, feel free. I did not look up the stats last night. My youngest son called and I talked to him for about an hour. Just shooting the breeze. So what do you guys want to talk about? I'm doing fried pork chops for dinner. Pork chops and probably baked potato. I had tacos last night. There's no Thursday night football. So this evening I'll probably be looking up that Smiley show. Smiling Friends. I'll look it up, see what I can find. Her last recommendation of Dairy Girls was hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of the show are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. If you jump in here and you want to chat, feel free. Change the subject anytime you want. It's okay with me. I don't have a script. I don't have an agenda. I'm not trying to manipulate and control people. I do have a tendency to speak my mind when no one's chatting. And as to what I'm thinking about on any given day, who knows? A lot of it depends on what I saw prior to starting the stream. And today I was just watching TMZ. I saw a little bit of news early, but then switched to TMZ. It's a no-brainer. What are you guys up to? What's on your mind? I have nothing going on. I can hear birds outside instead of wind chimes, so hopefully the snow will quit drifting. But until it gets warmer, it can't melt. I'm hoping Crumbelina comes over this evening. Well, I need to check the channel's analytics and discuss it with her. She pays more attention to detail than I do. And she's a good friend, so I trust her opinion on things. She used to be my waitress at the diner I hung out at. And then she retired, and I moved into her apartment complex. So we're neighbors. I think that knowing my neighbors is a good thing. Personal opinion. When I was young, I didn't always feel that way. Something about age. I think I get comfort in knowing my neighbors. So what's going on with you guys in your part of the world? What are your priorities? What's on my mind today is pretty basic. I'm hungry. I'm thinking about them pork chops. I got a pack of 6. I'm trying to decide how many I want to cook. I might cook all 6. Well, they're not thick. They're thin, you know. I had toast for breakfast, and then I took a 2-hour nap. Old guys like naps, I'm telling you. That's all right. 10 o'clock tonight, I'll still be sitting on the couch, nodding off. I just finished a chocolate cake. I might bake again. I might make a strawberry cake today. I just get the Duncan Hines brand. I don't frost them or anything. If I put anything on there, it's generally whipped cream. Frosting's too sweet for me. And I only eat cake late at night. So what's going on with you guys? I know young people are busy. They're always busy. I used to be. I ain't busy no more. I got one speed now. I call it if and when. I have no appointments, nothing on the calendar. I got nothing going on. I don't know. I'll probably call one of my sisters tonight, shoot the breeze. What do you guys got going on? I don't have any plans. I don't know. I've been watching these, what are they? Chronicles of Young Indiana Jones. They were made by George Lucas. I've been watching them. Some of their storylines are okay. Some of it seems kind of off the wall. Something to watch. I don't know. I might go back into Tragedy Tales. He's still got a lot of videos I haven't seen. He's a friend of the show. From the UK. I started this show 5 months ago, and I think YouTube marketed it internationally first. I talked to people in like 8 different countries. I found it interesting. I don't know who they're marketing me to now. I know I'm in 3 different algorithms on YouTube. I was thinking about using AI to make a video. Well, I figured I could experiment with it a little bit, see what I could come up with, but I don't think AI is all that yet. Probably needs another 10 years. Personal opinion. The shorts I see that are AI are mostly dancing vids and stuff like that. They don't seem that good. I saw some with supposed wild animals. Not that entertaining. Generally, if I want to watch wild animals, I watch Cross Timbers Bison. It's a guy named Dusty Baker. He's in southern Oklahoma. I don't chat with the guy, but I do watch his videos. Well, they're dangerous. Wild animals, 1,000-pound wild animals. I think it's interesting. If I were young all over again, I might want to raise bison. I think it could be an up and coming industry. Well, the price of beef is out of whack. I paid $8.31 for a pound of ground beef this week. My friend Crumbelina is telling me she wants to take me to a different store because I can get beef cheaper. She's one of these people that goes to every store in town, I think. My shopping, I lose patience. I really don't enjoy shopping. Back in the day, I used to go to the strip club while my wife went shopping. I thought it was a better use of my time. I really don't like shopping. Never have. Well, good for you. Nothing wrong with being clean. Nothing wrong with that at all. So you gonna tell me about this new boyfriend or no? Is he your age or is he older? Well, he knows you're not gay now. That's a start. He could be closer to boyfriend material than you realize. 19? I guess 20, 21. So I was close. What line of work is he in or interested in? Something in my mind says he's an office worker. I don't know why. Ooh, astronomy. That's interesting. I dabbled in it a little bit when I was younger. When I was in my 30s, I bought a telescope and I spent a lot of time looking at other planets and stars and the moon. I got pissed off at watching the moon. You focus your telescope in on the moon and you can see all the details. Everything's great for about 15 minutes. And then the moon moves, and then you've got to readjust everything, refocus everything. It became a lot of work. It'd be easier to watch if the damn thing would hold still. That's what I determined for me. I think I gave the telescope away. I tried all kinds of little hobbies. I was into fish for a couple of years. I did. I bought a 50-gallon show tank, had an aquarium, and I was breeding fish, freshwater. I had a local fish store that I could barter with, and I could take in like baby guppies and trade them for some like neons or some swordfish or something, you know. And then I started live plants in the tank and, well, all that you need to breed the fish and have the babies survive. They've got to have plants to hide behind. It was entertaining for a few years. I enjoyed it. Kind of expensive for a hobby. I think when I got done with that, I went to golf. I started playing a lot of golf. Well, then that was before golf got expensive. Okay. Now golf is pretty pricey. I enjoyed it, but the price now is double what it used to be when I was doing it. You know what I mean? You know, in my day, you could, basically, when I started golfing, I was paying $200 a year for a membership. And now it's like $2,000 for the same membership. It's the same golf course. 10 times more expensive. It's interesting to me what people do for hobbies. I always had, I always worked a full-time job, but I always had side gigs going on as well as trying to have hobbies. That was before all this Instacart and all these gig jobs. I think that it's easy to have a gig job on the side now. It didn't used to be. Well, the thing with these gig jobs are, though, they got no benefits. You can't get any health insurance. Well, in my day when I was younger, you needed health insurance because I was going to have kids. I think the United States should really fix our health insurance issue. I think all Americans need health insurance, and I think that for-profit medical care is not the answer. It appears to be somewhat immoral, in my opinion. So, what are you guys up to? What do you want to talk about? Well, Ultra obviously went to dry her hair. Okay. Obviously. She'll be back. That's one of the things that's nice about this show is you can get in and chat for 5-10 minutes and then get out and go do whatever you got to do. Come back. The show's still here. And it'll be here tomorrow. That's the only thing I'm trying to offer is being consistent and be here every day. 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. It's a commitment for me as a retired person. It does give me something to do 5 days a week. Probably helps to keep me out of trouble. But yeah, I would say that Ultra will come back after she dries her hair. That'd be my guess. I thought it was interesting that she did her dishes. That's my least favorite job. I do mine at night. That way I don't have to wake up to dirty dishes in the sink. But it's my least favorite job around the house is doing dishes. Well, that and cleaning the bathroom. Cleaning the bathroom's a pain in the ass. Dishes I got to do every day, though. When I do the dishes, I generally write song lyrics. Well, that's interesting. My TV just did some strange shit. I don't know what's going on with it. I suppose I should do a sound check. That way I don't have to wake up to dirty dishes in the sink. Oh, we're a full minute delay now. That explains it. Yeah, that's Spectrum. They try to give me headaches at least once a week. I don't know why. Yeah, Spectrum and I do not see eye to eye. I'm thinking about switching to T-Mobile. Well, number one, I think it's cheaper. And if I can save $50 a month, that's $50 a month I can put on something else, you know. Yeah, I was talking financial stuff with some guys yesterday in here. I am not a financial advisor. Okay. Yeah, I'm horrible with money. I think it's from working in Vegas all those years. I just lost respect for money. Well, it must have been millions of dollars that was going back and forth across the tabletops. And I just lost respect for it. Just because I got a TV show doesn't mean I'm brilliant. Okay. Nope. This show costs me $13.99 a month. It's cheap. They gave me 2 channels. I've never used the second one. I actually offered it to a couple of people. My friend Crumbelina, I offered it to her, and I offered it to a pastor friend. I thought he might like to do like Bible stories or something like that. But he's already on Facebook, you know, and he's got his congregation. To me, I never planned on being on TV. I never. I think throughout the course of my life, I probably was on TV 2 or 3 times. Not that I was interesting. I was just in the right place at the right time and made the news or something. But this to me is fun. I get to speak my mind. I enjoy that. I encourage other people to jump in the chat and speak their mind. I think you'll find it refreshing. Getting to share your opinion. I used to chat a lot back in the day on Yahoo. I don't even know if Yahoo still has chat rooms. Is there even still a Yahoo? The only thing I really watch anymore is YouTube. I enjoy it. I can't stand commercials. Seriously. They drive me up a wall. That's why I stopped watching network TV. They had too many damn commercials. That's probably why this show will never have any. Seriously. I don't like them. And I'm not going to read from a script to make commercials, So what else you guys want to talk about? We're halfway through the show. Jump in the chat. Give us something to discuss. Ultra will be back after she dries her hair. I'm sure. She's a nice young lady with a good sense of humor. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. I get to vent when I need to vent, get to meet new people, talk to people. All those years in Vegas, I met at least 100 people a week, every week for 30 plus years. I got used to it. I'm not trying to control and manipulate people. I'm not trying to talk anybody into anything. Well, I do voice my opinion. When I voice my opinion, I feel, cleansed afterwards. Kind of like counseling. Yeah, I think we're on a full 1 minute delay. Thank you, Spectrum. They just, I don't know. They seem to have an inferior product. Like, like this. I had to hardwire my laptop directly to my router in order to get rid of the connectivity issues. To me, that's absurd. I'm paying for Wi-Fi. Why doesn't it work? Yeah, it might be a full minute and a half delay. It doesn't have to be. Previously, the delay was running 5 seconds, and I was talking to a guy in Indonesia. Yeah, my friend Nunu. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning there. I understand why he's not here on a daily basis. Okay. Yeah, the time change is ridiculous. But back then it was 5 seconds, 5 second delay from when I said something to when he heard it. And now Spectrum has got this a full minute and a half delay. Yeah. They're not a great company as far as I'm concerned. I think they could do better. But it's functioning, you know. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to have a stroke about it. Minute and a half delay, as long as it's still broadcasting, I guess I'm okay. Or streaming, I guess I'm okay. I just find their product to be underwhelming at best. Yeah, I'm coughing a lot today. Probably means I need to smoke more. So, what's on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm just going to sit here. Sit here and dream about my pork chops. Well, what do you want for a free show? I don't know why, but I got nothing really on my mind today. I didn't watch that much news this morning, and what I saw was basically reruns. They're still showing the ICE shootings and ICE trying to storm consulates and do weird shit. But I think I got the right answer. I think that, our next president needs to take all these ICE agents and ship them out of here. Get rid of them. To me, it's just prejudice and bigotry run amok. It makes no sense. Obama deported a lot of guys when he was president. He was president for 2 terms. He didn't have ICE agents running around shooting people. He didn't have to put in concentration camps and all this crap that ICE is doing. All of this shit it's absurd. Nobody's having a firefight with ICE. Why are they all decked out in battle gear? I haven't seen anyone attack them. It's always ICE being the aggressor. They're always attacking the peaceful protesters. One of the clips I saw this morning, they did a drive-by and they sprayed some poor lady with pepper spray. She wasn't doing nothing. She was on the sidewalk. They drove by in a vehicle and sprayed her with pepper spray for no reason. That's illegal. It's assault. It irritates me that the police aren't putting these bastards in jail for this. They're breaking more laws than they're enforcing. That's for damn sure. And it's all because of Epstein. They don't want to turn over the files. As far as the way it looks right now, they're never going to release those files. They'll just keep on causing other trouble to distract the public. I hope that the next president ships them all out of here. Take your prejudice, take your bigotry somewhere else. The Civil Rights Act was passed in the 1960s. Almost 60 years ago. What the hell? They think that they're, the superior race, I guess. I don't know. Makes no sense. All those people that they're shipping out of this country are having their lives destroyed. And 70% of them have done nothing wrong ever. They're not giving you the proper figures. They're telling you that they're attacking the criminals. They're not. They're attacking the cooks, the dishwashers, the babysitters. They're attacking the maids. They're attacking the hardworking people that are paying their taxes. What they need to do is grow up and give them a path to citizenship. Put them on a 20-year path to citizenship. This is absurd. They're arresting people outside immigration court. These people are going to court trying to immigrate legally, and they're being harassed and deported by ICE. They have no just cause. It's their prejudice. It's their bigotry. They feel emboldened because Epstein, our President Epstein, is telling them it's okay to be a bigot. It's okay to be prejudiced. Even though the laws of the land say that, 60 years ago, you can't do it. They still want to do it. What's next? They're going to try to bring back slavery. these people that are working for ICE appear to be the scourge of the country. They appear to be the worst of the worst. That's the way it looks to me. I mean, feel free to disagree. Jump in the chat and straighten me out. But to me, they look like the scum. Not the type of people I'd invite into my home. Sorry. I saw one of them this morning, an ICE agent sitting in a vehicle telling somebody that was filming him, if you raise your voice, I'm going to erase your voice. That's a threat. And he's in uniform, collecting a paycheck that you're paying for. It's absurd. The Civil Rights Act passed in 1965. So 60 years ago, and these people are still prejudiced. They never grew up. They never matured. ICE is the reincarnation of the American pigs. That's what we called them in the 60s. They were called pigs. They were in a uniform. It said police. They were in riot gear going against unarmed civilians that were a different color skin. We're doing this all over again. Thanks, Epstein. President Epstein is out of control. He got elected to office, and instead of representing all Americans, the first thing he did was tariff the world and taxed all Americans. We pay that. Foreign countries don't pay that. The American consumer pays that. The second thing he did was build a private army and unleash them on the American people. He has them attacking American people, not just the foreigners. They're attacking the protesters. You're never going to convince me. The aggressive, armed, masked assailant is not the victim. I don't care how many ways you want to spin it. They're not victims. In every instance I see, they are the aggressor. They are the only ones using weapons. They are the only ones wearing a mask. They're not the victims. And they're blaming the protesters for everything. They're trying to incite civil war. They're trying to incite the Americans to pick up arms against them so that they can not hold the election. This is an election year, a midterm election year. They want to cause violence in the streets and use that as a reason to cancel the election. They want to cancel the election because they know their daddy, Epstein, will get impeached yet again. And they're afraid this time that they're going to lose the Senate in the midterm. And when they lose the Senate, they're afraid that Trump will get removed from office. As he should. He thinks that his army makes him a tough guy. It does not. ICE is stripping America of its dignity. And all these ICE agents are your fellow Americans. These are the ones that are bigots. These are the ones that are prejudiced. They are not saving this country. They're making this country look no better than a drunken wife beater. Trump's foreign policy is destructive. His internal, his national policies are destructive. He's not building anything. He's not making anything great. He's destroying America so that he can be a dictator and rule for life. He is a pig. Right out of the 60s. He can't get past his prejudice. He can't grow up. Electing him as president of the United States is the same as letting your 2-year-old drive your car. Eventually, he's going to crash and burn. You know it. I know it. He's oblivious. He does not care. He thinks he's a king. The man's broken. And the people behind him are probably worse. If you remove Trump from office, then you got J.D. Vance. Why would you think him to be better? I don't. And the third one in line is Johnson. A scumbag. All of these people are scumbags. This Congress does not function. It does not work. They're getting ready to shut down the government. It's going to happen. The fact that they're shutting down the government is your proof that they're dysfunctional. They cannot function. They don't know how to govern. And they don't want to know how to govern. They want to rule. It's not the same. Look at governing as managing. The President of the United States is not managing this country. He's trying to rule. this country. He's a pig. And I mean that in the sense of the 1960s pigs. That's where the phrase came from. That's why I'm using it. I've seen all of this before. It's in the history books, and the United States did not look good. The history books are going to say this is not good. This cannot end well. It's the 2-year-old driving your car. You can get away with it for a little while, but eventually that 2-year-old's going to crash the car, and it's not going to be pretty. That's my opinion. Chat and voice yours. Educating me, enlighten me. I'm open to hear your side of this. I hope to hear your side of this. But I'm telling you, this cannot end nicely. This is going to end badly. It looks to me like Donald Trump met with Putin and sold out the free world. There are indicators that can tell you that it's not going good. Not the numbers that are coming from this administration. He's a fraud. He's cooking the books. He's giving you fake numbers. He was convicted 34 times of cooking the books, and he never went to jail for it. If he didn't go to jail, he didn't learn his lesson. So now he's cooking the books on the nation. He's not giving you the real numbers. Anyone that presents him with real numbers, he fires. Okay. Here's a real number for you. Since he took office, the value of the US dollar has dropped 10%. When he came into office, your dollar was worth $1. Now your dollar's worth 90 cents. That's a real number. They're lying to you about the unemployment figures. Unemployment is in excess of 5%. I don't care how many times he lies to you, he's lying. The GDP of this nation is not growing. It is shrinking. Imports are down. Exports are down. Indicator number 1. Unemployment is up. Indicator again. 250,000 government workers fired. You want to tell me the economy is growing? It's impossible. The numbers he's giving you are lies. He's telling you America's in its golden age. Do you feel golden? Bankruptcies, all-time high. How can the economy be growing when bankruptcies are at an all-time high? When imports are down, when exports are down, when the number of unemployed people is up. This is not a booming economy. This is a shrinking economy. Those tariffs are a hidden tax on the American consumer. I don't care how much he lies to you. I don't care who he puts out there to lie to you. It's all bunk. It's all bullshit. He's a fraud. He's cooking the books. The real numbers will come out for 2025. The real numbers always come out, but they won't come out until after the midterm elections. In December of this year, you'll find out the real numbers for 2025, and they're not going to be pretty. DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency that he created and disbanded, stole all your private information. They gave it to a company, and they're going to use all that private information to destroy us. His goal is to make this democracy into a dictatorship. It's not going to work. It will cause great hardship and a depression. And not just a depression here. It will cause a global depression. He's a warmonger. I predict Saturday, this coming Saturday, he bombs Iran. Monday, I'll be on here and I'll tell you, I told you so. He needs to change the news narrative. He wants to be in the news every day. It's all about his ego. And it's sad. He's doing his very best to destroy this country, and Congress is allowing it to happen. They could stop him. They could stop ICE. They have the power. They are choosing not to. All this shit that's going on, Congress can stop. They have the power. They are electing not to do it. They've decided it's okay. Let him crash the car. I'm telling you, this is the truth. This is the way I see it from my end of my couch. I don't have access to intelligence agency reports. I don't have access to the real numbers. But I'm telling you, if it looks like a duck, if it sounds like a duck, if it acts like a duck, I think it's a duck. I think he's going to continue on this current course. I don't care what lie he tells you. ICE is expanding every day. They're going to be doing door-to-door searches without a warrant. That's what they're doing now. They're going into businesses and harassing the employees. You think this is a joke until they get into your town and they start doing this to you and your people and your neighbors. And then it's going to be too late. You think it's okay not to stand up for your civil rights? If you stand up for your civil rights, they're going to turn their guns and their pepper spray on you. It's exactly what they're doing. I'm not making this shit up. Donald Trump is a pig. His administration is a bunch of pigs. That's my opinion. I hope he comes and attacks me. Put my show on the map for me, please. Get me 1,000 subscribers and get me 4,000 viewing hours. I'd really appreciate it. You'd save me the next year. What they're doing is horrible. It's anti-American. It's immoral. It's unethical. He doubled up his personal wealth last year with bribes and kickbacks. It's the only way he knows to do business. He has no morals. He has no ethics. He was raping children. Think about that. If you're not releasing the Epstein files, it's because you are the Epstein files. They're all child molesters. That's why you don't have these files. These people should have been prosecuted. They weren't. Not by the Democrats, not by the Republicans. They're the pedophiles, all of them. Your billionaires in this country, pedophiles. Your millionaires in this country, pedophiles. Pigs. All of them. I think it's disgusting. There's no way that this can end good. How? How do you think this could end good? It will end. The American people will not hold with a dictatorship. I don't care how many bigots he puts into office. I don't care how many bigots he pins a badge on. They're still the minority in this country. They, the bad guys, are the minority in this country. They are trying to incite a civil war so that they can stop the elections. Americans are showing great restraint in not taking up arms against ICE. Makes me proud to be an American. They're exercising such restraint. But this cannot end nice. This cannot end good. It can only crash and burn when you let your 2-year-old drive your car. And he's doing this by design. He sold out the free world. He cut a deal with Putin. It started with the Helsinki hand job. Then it went to the Alaska ass kissing. What's next? He's either going to have to spit or swallow. I know it sounds crude. I'm not making this shit up. You're watching it happen. He's trying to destroy NATO. He's alienated all of our allies. Canada and Mexico are our best friends. He's pissing them off on purpose. By design. He wants to destroy NATO. He is seizing oil tankers, selling it, and then taking the money and putting it in offshore accounts, creating his own slush funds. Why does America have an account in Qatar? American banks function fine. Who's got access to the Qatar accounts? Do you? I don't. Oh, he doesn't have to answer anybody, and he doesn't have to follow laws. He's above the law. He's king of the world. Oh my goodness. It's all so pathetic and heartbreaking and disturbing all at the same time. I don't have any solutions. Congress needs to do their job. Congress is supposed to have oversight, and they are neglecting their responsibilities. They are failing to do their job. I suggest we vote them all out of office. There's an election coming in November, and it is my suggestion that we re-elect no incumbents. We need to change the personnel. The ones we have are not functioning properly. If you can't do your job, don't you get fired? Don't you get replaced? Congress is not doing its job. So fire them. Replace them. Get a whole new crew in there, and let's see if they can work together. Let's see if they can hold this president accountable. That's the only solution I can offer you. Stop re-electing politicians. Give them one term. If they don't fix it in one term, get them out. You cannot have the same senator for 30 friggin' years when he's not doing his job. It doesn't function. This government is not holding this president accountable for anything. They're letting him run wild. Every American politician should be standing in front of the White House saying, stop. Stop attacking our allies. Stop attacking our people. ICE is attacking our people. They're trying to incite a civil war. Every member of the House of Representatives should be standing on the White House lawn saying, this shit's got to stop. But they're not. They're not doing their job. Not the Republicans and not the Democrats. They have the power to stop him, and they're not exercising it. They are not functioning in their job. We need to replace them all. Vote them all out of office. No incumbents, no returning senators, no returning congressmen. We don't want them. They're not functioning. They are not good for America. I don't care if you like that senator. He's not doing his job. Get him out of there. The House of Representatives just closed and went on vacation. There's a budget bill due soon, but they're not doing their job. They're on vacation. What happens if you don't do your job and you just go on vacation? Oh, you get replaced with someone who will do your job. That's what I'm suggesting. If Congress cannot run roughshod on this president and hold him accountable for his actions, replace them all. Every last one of them. If they're holding office, vote them out. If they're running for a new office, vote them in. That's my opinion. That's the only solution I can offer you. As far as I'm concerned, they're all worthless. They're failing to do the job. They're going to continue with their vacation. The budget bill's going to come due. They're going to let the government shut down. And Saturday, we're going to bomb Iran again. That's my prediction. The 2-year-old is going to crash the car. If you let your toddler drive, it's just a matter of time before he hits a brick wall. Unreal. The show's called Afternoon Chat. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a free show. The people in the chat actually determine what we talk about. When no one gets in the chat, I have a tendency to go off. If you don't like what I'm saying, jump in the chat and take control of the show. I'm offering it to you for free. I'm the host, Ghost Mostly. I am not running midstream ads. I'm not running a sponsor. I am not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to scare you with fears. I'm not trying to control and manipulate you. I am trying to meet you and find out what's on your mind. And I am speaking my own mind, my opinion. I'm one guy sitting on one end of his couch. I'm not running for political office. I'm not trying to become an online influencer. YouTube needs you to like and subscribe to the channel, but it's free. I think that America is in trouble. This cannot end well. You think, oh, we're going to get all the illegal aliens out of this country. You're not. You're going to force them into a life of crime by not letting them hold down a job. That's where they're attacking them, is in their workplace. They're going into businesses and raiding the businesses and asking all the workers, prove you're an American. %70 of these people that they're deporting have done nothing wrong. They have not committed a crime. If you were 5 years old and your parents moved you into the United States, what crime did you commit? They didn't commit a crime. They're not deporting murderers and rapists and armed robbers. They're not. 70% of these people they're deporting are not getting a fair day in court. They're not getting to stand before a judge. Due process is the law. It's worked for 250 years, and now we have ICE that's saying we don't need due process. If a man's a criminal, go before a judge, get a signed warrant, and go arrest him. Give him his day in court. It has worked for 250 years. Why stop now? Because your ICE force is trying to incite civil war. They are trying to get Americans to take up arms against them so that they can use that as an excuse to not hold the elections. You look at your history books, you'll see this happen all over the world. It's the exact same plan. There's nothing new about this. ICE is there on the streets, harassing people, infringing on their civil rights, and they are doing this on purpose. They are trying to incite violence. Kudos to all those who do not raise arms against them. I know it takes great restraint. This country is on a crash course. This is not going to end well. And it's by design, the design by President Epstein. Oh, I mean Trump. The one that will not release the Epstein files. The guys that are not releasing these files are the pedophiles. If it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. That's my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat. Express yours. That's why the chat's enabled. The show will be on tomorrow at 3. I'll be here. You'll be welcome. Even if you disagree with me, you're going to be welcome. I'm sorry, but this is the 2026 legacy of Donald John Trump. He got elected into office to represent all Americans, and the first thing he did was tax all Americans. The second thing he did was build an army and attack all Americans. That's the way I see it from my end of my couch. This cannot end easily, and it cannot end well. We are on a crash course. My personal belief, the good guys outnumber the bad guys in this country. For every one of those bigots that are working for ICE, there are a dozen of us that understand what the Civil Rights Act was all about. It's my personal belief, if you're nice to everyone all of the time, that niceness comes back to you tenfold. But it's also my personal belief, every time you're standing in your front yard hollering at your neighbor, you're telling him, you're teaching him that it's okay for him to stand in his front yard and yell at you. Americans need to tolerate one another, not attack one another. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Find some joy in life.